Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I wanted to sit down and do a good old get ready with me, just a really chilled out get ready with me. So today I will be creating this makeup look that I'm wearing right now. So it's mostly a bunch of old faves that I've been using for a really long time, but I am applying them with some different techniques to make my skin look a bit more dewy and glowy. I'm also trying out a completely new brand, at least for me, called RMS that I only recently learned about, and let me just say I'm super impressed with how these applied, and I'm loving this look that I created. A lot of you have been complimenting me on my glow recently, and although a lot of you probably think that most of it comes from my pregnancy, I will say that I owe it to some of these products and techniques that I'm using at the moment. So in case you want to see how I create this super glowy look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm gonna go straight in and do my base first, and my skin is actually doing pretty well at the moment, if I do say so myself. I only have a few breakouts here and there, and I do have an IGTV over on my Instagram with my skincare routine if you want to see what products I use. But I do have a new product in my skincare routine that I've been using for a couple of months and that I am a huge fan of. So it's the 2% BHA lotion exfoliant from Paula's Choice, and this stuff is amazing. This is definitely why my skin has been so clear recently, which is the whole point with this. It's supposed to unclog and shrink large pores, smooth and even out your skin tone. It just seems to work really well on my skin. I feel like I have a lot less breakouts. I feel like my skin is definitely looking a lot more even. I use it typically in the evening, but you can use it twice a day. You can use it maybe even a couple of times a week if you have very sensitive skin, but I tend to use it in the nighttime, and then I actually just apply a normal moisturizer on top of that, because you can use it as a base underneath other skincare products, which is pretty cool. But I'm gonna mix my foundation with my current day cream. These products are both from Danish brands. I'm gonna link everything down below, and I'm gonna link some international alternatives to something similar. I tend to use something that is cruelty-free, fragrance-free, preferably something with organic ingredients, something that is certified organic. Yeah, allergy certified as well. I like to use as clean products as possible. Quickly gonna put on this headband so I don't get it all over my hair. So I have a drop of the day cream in my hand, and I'm just gonna mix a little drop of the foundation into that, and I like to do this just to get a lighter coverage. So for a long time I've not really been using foundation because I like the more natural look of just using concealer under my eyes and on like selected areas. But sometimes I feel like especially a light coverage foundation or CC cream can really even out the skin tone and make it look a lot more fresh. I'm gonna move on to concealer, and I use the Miild concealer, which I've mentioned many times. So in today's video I'm not really using any products you guys haven't seen before. This is very much like the same makeup routine that I've been doing for years, but there are some new products here which I will try out later in the video. I have some products from RMS, which is a brand that I've been wanting to try out for such a long time, which is a great alternative, international alternative to Miild if you're not able to get your hands on this where you're from. Just currently taking the pink color here because that can neutralize any like blue circles that you might have under your eyes, and apply a bit around my nose, and then tiny bit on my chin. And then for any blemishes that I want to cover, I like to take this little flat brush, which is really an eyeliner and eyebrow brush, but it's really good for applying concealer on any little blemishes you have that you might want to cover. I'm just gonna do that. And then sometimes, especially if I have some blemishes like these two here that I just concealed, which can sort of like come through underneath the concealer throughout the day, I like to take a bit of powder and then just a small eyeshadow brush, and then just tap a bit of powder on top just to make sure that that concealer is set and stays in place on top of the blemish all throughout the day. So just to minimize me having to maybe go in with concealer one more time throughout the day. So that is pretty much the base done. There's only one more thing that I want to go in and do now, and usually before in the past I would have gone over my entire face with the same mineral powder. This is also from Miild, by the way. I use the color Light Sandy, but I just feel like now that I am almost 30 years old in a couple of weeks and I'm starting to get my first wrinkles, and I just in general experience my skin to be more combined and dry more than it's actually oily, I just feel like it makes me look a bit more cakey and dry and dull. So I tend to gravitate more towards this dewy and fresh kind of look because I feel like that just works better for my skin that is slightly maturing. So instead of going in with a powder to set everything, I actually go in with a face mist. This is also from Miild, and I'm sorry again if you're not able to get your hands on these products. I will link something similar for you down below, but this is basically a refreshing face mist, and it's not specifically designed to make your makeup last longer, but I've used this for a couple of weeks now on top of my base, and I've just experienced that it makes like the base come much more alive, and it actually lasts a lot better throughout the day. You can also use it to just refresh up your makeup throughout the day if you feel like it's starting to look a bit dry and dull, and just to refreshen everything. Just wait for that to dry for a few minutes. And again, if I experience that my under eyes are starting to crease a little bit, I will just use a brush throughout the day to just sort of even it out, or just use my fingers to tap underneath it. When you use a really light layer, I don't really find it that problematic that the products start to crease. I feel like it's the natural way of cream products. A lot of you have been so sweet lately and complimented me on my glow, and a lot of you referring to my pregnancy as that being part of why I'm so glowy. But I have to say, I think it's because I've been switching up my skincare and my makeup routine ever so slightly. So the fact that I'm wearing a foundation mixed with a really hydrating day cream, and then using that face mist instead of the powder, which will make me look really matte and sort of dull. I feel like the face mist definitely has something to do with that dewiness and that glowiness that you guys are also noticing on my skin lately. Another thing that I have to say that I've been using lately is a self-tanning lotion. This is from a Danish brand called Dana, and it carries the Nordic Swan label, which is sort of it's a certification, that we use in Denmark so that you're sure these products have been made with the highest respect for you and the environment, basically. So there's no perfume in it, there's no artificial colorants or anything like that, and I've really been enjoying using this for I think the past month now. It's a self-tanning lotion, but I use it more as a gradual tanner. So I'll mix a few drops of this in together with a body lotion, and then apply it all over my body. And then I get this really nice sun-kissed glow to my skin. And I think that definitely also has something to do with that glow that you guys are noticing lately, but could also be the pregnancy. I don't know, I haven't noticed it really. So in case you guys want to look a bit more fresh and alive, maybe try to gravitate towards a gradual self-tanner, I don't know. Gonna move on with my eyebrows, and I'm just gonna take this organic mineral eyeshadow / eyebrow kit and just fill in my brows ever so slightly. Again, I don't overdo it. I like everything to look rather natural, and I actually do have rather full and bushy brows. And I tend to focus mostly towards the tail here of the eyebrows. Sometimes if I'm really lazy, I will only apply a bit of eyebrow gel to my eyebrows. So again, you guys have probably seen many of these products 1,000 times, but I just thought that with the lockdown and everything, and many of us spending so much time at home, it's just sometimes, at least for me, I like to watch these really low-key, get ready with me kinds of videos. I definitely find that I'm more productive. I feel like everyone says this right now, but I feel like I'm definitely much more productive when I get up and stick to my daily routines. And get ready and spend some time pampering myself. Like I've said many times before, I tend to save old mascara brushes. I just cut them off and then save them because I find them brilliant for brows. And then I'm just gonna finish off with some eyebrow gel. Just brush that through to set my eyebrows. Usually I actually like or prefer to use hairspray, just spray it through that old mascara spoolie that I just showed you before, because I just feel like it lasts better, at least for my eyebrows, because again, my eyebrows or the eyebrow hairs are rather long, and I feel like throughout the day they will sort of fall down. So I have a few new products here that I wanted to test out for this video. I like I said, I've only swatched them on the back of my hands. I haven't tested them out. I haven't given them a full test throughout an entire day. So I'm not completely sure how these wear, but I will leave any experience down below. So note down how these wear throughout the rest of the day and let you guys know in the description box down below. But these are some of the products from RMS that you guys recommended me over on my Instagram, because I asked you if any of you knew this brand and if you had any products you can recommend. And a lot of you recommended the eye polishes and the lip to cheek products. A lot of you also recommended the Uncover Up, I think it's called, concealer. So that might be something you want to look into as well if you can't get Miild where you are. The cool thing about this brand is that they're all cream products. They're all cruelty free. They're all made with like this raw approach. So they're all really clean products and supposed to be good for you as well. So I'm a little bit nervous about how this is going to turn out, because I don't tend to wear eyeshadow on a daily basis. And this is sort of like a really lovely metallic shimmery pink color, which I think is pretty wearable for an everyday look in general. I do have a pink or sort of like a rose colored eyeshadow in my stash already. So you can use your fingers or you can use a brush. I'm gonna use a brush just because right now with the whole pandemic and everything, I feel like it's more important than ever to think about your hygiene. I'm only at home and I have clean hands, but I think I'm just gonna use a brush. I'm just gonna apply it from the roots here of my eyelashes and then sort of fade it out up towards my eyebrows, and I'm already loving the look of this. Really love this color, and I think for blue eyes it's perfect. It really makes that blue color pop. Goes on so easily and so even. I think I read somewhere a review of this eye polish that it does tend to crease throughout the day, so that's definitely something you need to be aware of. I think it should be pretty easy to go in there with your finger or a pencil, or like not a pencil, a brush, to smooth it out throughout the day. Maybe just have it in your bag if you want to like reapply a bit. But yeah, again, that is just the nature of cream products. I think that's something you will have to learn to live with if you like the glowiness and the dewiness of cream products rather than powdered products. By the way, I'm using the color called Embrace, in case any of you are wondering. And then I'm gonna go in with the lip to cheek in color Modest, which is this really lovely sort of like berry pink color. And I'm gonna use this is actually a concealer brush from Miild, but I'm just gonna use that for this product and then to apply that on my cheeks. I've never been very big on bronzers. I've never really been one to use bronzers. I've always been much more a fan of blushes. I don't know about you guys. I know some people are definitely more into bronzers than blushes, and for others it's the other way around, and it's definitely the other way around for me. I just love a good blush. You can see that I didn't even apply that much, so you can fade it out, or you could just let it dry for a few seconds and then apply more product if you want it to be more visible. I am well impressed with that, have to say. You could obviously use a lip brush, like a lipstick brush. I think especially if you want to build up the products, it's probably best to use a brush, but since I just want to add a sheen or like a bitten look, I'm just gonna use my finger. Feels a bit dry on my lips, so I probably should have applied a bit of lip balm before. I think I might do that right now because it does feel a bit dry. Again, I am very impressed, and I actually think I'm just gonna leave it as it is because it looks super natural. It's not too much for me. Just gonna apply some mascara. This is a volume mascara from Nilens. I always get a lot of questions whenever I post any makeup related content over my Instagram. This is the Jumbo Volume Mascara from Nilens. But I know that RMS makes a mascara as well, so if any of you guys have tried it and can recommend it, do let us know down below. I tend to only apply mascara on the top lashes. That is something that I started to do years ago because I just feel like it makes me look more awake. So final step is to add a bit of highlighter. And again, I'm using one from Miild, big surprise. So this is the only product today that's not a cream based product, but I know that RMS has a highlighter as well, in case you want to try that out. And then I'm just gonna switch to a larger fluffy eyeshadow brush to apply a bit on the brow bone. I always like to put a bit right here in the corner of the eye because I feel like it gives sort of like that glass skin look. If any of you are familiar with that technique. A bit in the inner corner, Cupid's bow. And then a tiny dot right here on the nose, a little bit down the nose. And then I like to apply just a tiny bit right here between my eyes, so all of like the natural places that my skin tends to shine throughout the day, but just without making it look really oily or sweaty or something like that. This might be what I want to wear for all of the summer festivities, if we have any, that is. We obviously don't know, but in the future as well, I feel like this is something that I would wear. Like this could be my new go-to look for special occasions. So I'm just quickly gonna put you guys on a time lapse while I do my hair, because there's not really anything new here. I've shown how I do my curls many times here on my channel before. Not many times, I've shown it a couple of times before and not much has changed really. At the moment I'm using my straightening iron, and I tend to go back and forth between my curling wand and my straightening iron. I do have a rather new IGTV over on Instagram where I show you how I do my curls with the curling wand. Today though I'm gonna use the straightening iron because I feel like when my hair reaches a certain length, like right now, it's easier and more quick to do with the straightening iron. Plus I find that it lasts for several days as well, so I only need to do like random touch-ups. It's just a flick of the wrist, pull it through the hair, and then you're done. So I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse and then I'll see you in a few seconds. So that's basically what I do on a daily basis, and I feel like for me a lot of my confidence is definitely in my hair. I would much rather apply a bit less makeup, so spend a little less time doing my makeup and then spend more time doing my hair, because I feel like a lot of my confidence and a lot of like the energy I get whenever I make myself up or like get myself ready is definitely in my hair, and I bet it's different for everyone. So I'm just gonna put a bit of styling paste in my hair again. This is from a Danish brand, I'm sorry. But this is a styling paste that I got in a goodie box, or like a goodie bag a while back, from an organic hairdresser in Copenhagen called Sense. Just gonna wash my hands. So that is it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to sit down and do a really chilled out get ready with me, and then test out some new products as well that I'm sure many of you are probably intrigued to try out yourself. I will leave anything that I've mentioned down below, including some international options as well, since I know there's a lot of Danish things in this video, but obviously I live in Denmark. I want to support my favorite Danish brands. Super impressed with the RMS products. It's definitely a brand that I have on my radar from now on, and I'm loving this look that I created. I can't wait to rock this at some sort of a special occasion, hopefully soon. Otherwise, I'll just rock it on my birthday, which is coming up very soon. Also, I just quickly wanted to say thank you all so much for all of your kindness and support recently. It means the world to me, and I feel like this community that we have has grown even stronger now. Yeah, I'm enjoying my time so much here on YouTube with you guys, so thank you so much for that. I'm gonna love you and leave you for now, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye guys.